Hope we're live. I'm gonna double
Hello.
check myself too. Let's see.
I believe we are live. It looks like we are. Let me pull it up on the phone. What's up, everybody? We're going to give a minute, and my phone is dead. So I can't
Hello,
see the
dead
chat.
phone.
I can pull it up here. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to give a few minutes for notifications to go off for everyone to get in the chat. This is Jason Hebert Live. I am Jason Hebert. I am joined today by my co-host, Grotto. How are you doing, my man?
Salutations. People just popping in. I'm saying hi in chat too if anyone's there. I'm doing great. I was having quite the day, just like you, right? And then at the
For
end of it,
sure.
it all kind of came together for both of us. So that was great.
Do you want to explain a little bit about what your day has included?
Well, today's my wife's birthday, and I was up all night, most of the night, being under the weather. And towards the end of the day, just started feeling better, knocked out dinner, made sure the wife was okay. She watched her re-hurt her sprained ankle. She's okay, though, I think. And if she's not, she'll deal with it because we're here now. You folks are what's important. What about you? How are you doing today, Jason?
I'm doing great, even better now that I see that awesome background you got there. That is really cool and makes me jealous, as a matter of fact.
We got someone right in there. Yo, let's talk about that chick, Maxwell. What's
I
up,
know. We're
rowdy
getting right into it.
crafters?
We sure will.
Right.
Something sick
Whew.
is going on there, boys. Oh, Mahoyman, though. I haven't seen him since back when we were doing the like movie streams and stuff. What's up, Mahoy? And we, of course, got Tammy, my number one.
You guys are going to have to, it's like the hottest day so far of the year in Washington, so I'm drinking a lot of agua, and so is my shirt, so you're going to have to deal with that, sorry, but we got the...
It is hot as heck out here, too. He's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast, but we're both north, and a lot of humidity. It's either freezing or it's hot. There's very few times when it's nice.
One or the other, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So I want to mention a few things before we get started here. Oh, I remember you, Mahoy, 100%. First is Cold Country Podcast, which is Grotto's channel. Both of these are kind of both our channels. This one is mine. That one is his. I do most of my stuff on here. He does most of his stuff over there, but we are both heavily involved in the other's channel. Do you want to go into real quick a little bit about your channel, Grotto, since it kind of encompasses a few different things?
Well, yeah, Cold Country Podcast is basically a mostly production channel just for unique crime stories, unique history, basically stuff like that. I'll be doing some live streams to cover topics that you don't really see around, maybe not in the headlines, but other than that, the only other topics I'm going to cover is true crime news, but on the law enforcement side of it, or the side of it that really deals with the academics and technology. And that's basically what Cold Country Podcast is. If you go there now, you'll see there's only one thing up, and that's because we're reevaluating some branding stuff right now. And I work for other channels as well, and they've had some projects that kind of got me stuck, so I'm waiting to pop out of those. And as soon as I do, Cold Country Podcast will be on a weekly schedule. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. And you'll get to see more of this weird mug with this awesome background on there, as well as Jason Hebert. But look forward to it real soon.
Absolutely. We're pumped. Can't wait. And we did record something, but since you're kind of going through some changes, kind of figuring out exactly what direction you're going to take with it, we're probably not going to use that footage, right?
Yeah, 4 hours of footage that I was looking at, and I was like, yeah, I'm not so sure. But we're going to find out. And Rowdy Crafters seems excited to see me. How's it going, Rowdy Crafters?
You know who that is, right?
I do not.
That's Amanda.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
With the escapade.
That makes sense.
Amanda and Tammy hanging out.
Yep. Howdy.
I do want to give a special shout out to a friend of mine who I know from the Maura Murray disappearance community. He was gracious enough to put the link to my channel on his website. His name is Jake Nauer. So he runs a group called The Mystery of Maura Murray on Facebook. He was starting to grow it big, but he had some issues with some members, so he decided to delete it. Then he changed his mind and restarted it. So now if you go there, it looks like it's a tiny little group that just started, but it actually has a lot of members. He's rebuilding it. So go check it out. There's a lot of Maura Murray channels, but The Mystery of Maura Murray is his channel. He also has a website, JS Knauer. So it's J like Jason, S like Stephen, K like Kevin, N like Nancy, AUER. wixsite.com, WIXSITE, where he has his brand new podcast with Robert called In Search of Maura Murray. And Robert runs his own group on Maura Murray called Maura Murray and Strength of Numbers. They're both absolutely awesome. I can't recommend them enough. If you're interested in learning about the Maura Murray case, that's a great place to start.
I tried looking up the mystery of Maura Murray. You said it was that's the name of his YouTube channel?
No, that's his group, The Mystery of, on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll pop in there and grab a link for it real quick so we can throw it there in chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jake has been great with me, and I really like him. Hey, Laura. How you doing, sweetheart? Laura's a great friend of mine from Facebook. She is with a couple channels. True Crime Serial Killers is one of them. But I think, aren't you a mod on a few channels, Laura? I'm sorry. I was channels pages on a few Facebook pages, I mean to say, right?
I can't find the You'll have to
so while we're waiting for that, I do want to tell you guys something that's exciting coming up tomorrow morning, which is much earlier than we typically do them. At 9 a.m. Eastern time, I will be interviewing Denise McGarity, whose cousin Toby Anderson went missing back in the 1980s. I think it was 1988. The case is new to me. I'm just reading up on it now, but it's a good one. And Denise is awesome. We've been speaking, and the mornings work best for her. So despite us typically, doing it in the evenings, we're going to be doing a morning interview with her. So I will put a link to that tonight, and you guys can, hang out in the chat whenever you'd like.
Well, I'll definitely look forward to catching that replay, unless I'm still awake.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a ton of people live, but we will have a lot of people watching it. I think it's actually a pretty big case. So a lot of the cases I cover, kind of people just went missing. That one's been around for quite a while.
So I don't see that the Mystery of Maura Murray group, by the way.
You don't see it?
Nope. I see there's a couple of other ones I see, but not with that specific name. The Mystery of Maura Murray, right?
Yes, I'll have to look it up while you do that. While I do that, do you want to get into the first story that we're covering tonight with True Crime News? While I pull that up, you can take one over from me so I can help Jake out here.
You want to look it up? Yeah, you look that up. I'll get into the weekly stories, the ones that you may have caught this week, but are probably going to be hearing more about next week, especially as they update. First and foremost, let me get our faces off the screens here. If anybody here watches Netflix, by the way, I'm not going to really be able to see chat during this segment, so actually I might be able to remedy that. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds as well, folks. There we go. I lied. Being facetious. 2 more seconds, I promise.
All right. And I also...
I'm going to pop out that chit-chat. And I'm going to throw us here in some small boxes. And the first story we're going to cover today, here on People Magazine, their website, federal authorities exhumed the body of Alonzo Brooks, whose 2004 death may have been racially motivated, as we've seen. Real polarizing topic for very obvious reasons recently. That a lot of crimes are being possibly looked at again to be racially motivated. This one is all the way back in 2004. He was featured on Unsolved Mysteries. So federal authorities have exhumed the body of 23-year-old Alonzo Brooks, a Kansas man who died under mysterious circumstances in 2004. It was a pretty weird story. He had gone to a farmhouse party with some friends, got into a fight with some people, and his friends left him behind, right? And he tried to get a ride, was never made it home, found dead, right? And so they're thinking that because of what happened at the party, it may have been racially motivated. They're going to take a new look at the crime, or at his death, see what happened. This is really something that's just now happened. So we're going to hear more about it coming up. So,
in my understanding is the Unsolved Mysteries episode was the sole reason that they exhumed him, right? What can you go over the order of events as to what was uncovered, or was it just more that
no, they're just re-looking into it when enough people have interest in it, when there's enough outcry. It's just like another Unsolved Mysteries case. The guy from overseas who'd killed his wife, they said they just found him in Chicago, and that's another one that they're looking into. There's also a new one that they're saying is going to be solved within the next 3 months. So you've really got to look at it. The stories come back into the news cycle. People have a drive for it. They want to see it solved. That's how it gets solved. Sometimes it's not always, the people who their stories can just be solved. There's gotta be a popularity contest or a political or socially driven movement to get their case looked at again. Or oftentimes it'll be a mom writing hundreds and hundreds of letters and calling lawmakers, doing families doing that. That might be the only other reason. You either need to piss enough people off, get enough people interested through television or social media, or someone needs to admit to it on the aforementioned social media or something. Be like, yeah, I saw somebody do it. I know who did it. This big case, it's gonna break. Let me call Jason Hebert. Get him on the line. I'm gonna get him to interview me. So those are really the only times that they really get brought back up. So
that's kind of a shame, right? That it takes that. I mean, I understand there's a lot of cases, but you kind of the police reaction to a lot of them is less than ideal, let's say. And
yeah,
it's sad that it takes something like that for people to go, okay, we'll look at it again.
Well, motivation is pretty much a popularity contest when it comes to a lot of these cold cases now. They're basically, if you imagine, the way I see it now is a lot of cold cases that are basically fighting in their own version of America's Got Talent, or idol competitions where they're fighting to see which ones can be brought to the limelight and enough people can get behind it, and there's enough circumstantial evidence to get it looked at again, and that just kind of seems what it is these days.
Exactly.
Oh, Golden Slots, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I was just gonna let you know he's here.
And hello, Amanda. Saw a couple of other people. I'm just popping back through chat. Diamond.
Yeah, Amanda's the Rowdy Crafter. She's a great buddy of the channel.
You've got a Amanda Laguna as well saying hi, guys.
I'm
sorry. You might have your top chat on. Woo! Golden Slots. Thank you, sir. No one's gonna see it on screen. Golden Slots just dropped $5. Certainly appreciate that, sir. Jason can use it. If anybody,
I need it.
He needs it. He needs some better megabits. You definitely know that because you just went through a good 2-month process of destroying your internet service provider, their Gold. So thank you, sir. If anybody doesn't know Golden Slots, he is someone who is into gold as well as slots, as his name.
You never guess it, but that's what it means.
That's what his name intends, and you've got some great content over there, buddy. Of course, I'm biased because I edit your videos. Full disclosure. But love your stuff over there, buddy, and saw some of the stuff that you've got coming out soon, and I look forward to editing it, despite the fact that I told you to F off in your last video. It was a bit. Don't worry about it. It was a bit.
And slots, man, if anyone is into gambling, slot machines, gold, all that, of course, as Grotto just said, feel free to drop your link in the chat, buddy. And anyone that's interested in that, by all means, I recommend checking him out. He's one of the best channels for that.
I don't think he can.
On all the YouTubes, on these YouTube streets out here.
I don't think he can drop his link in chat, but I can.
Oh, okay. Well, you can drop it. Well, we can make him an admin, right? I don't think he'll care to be, because who really wants to have that responsibility? But there you go. You got the wrench, bud.
No, it's too late. I'm doing it.
Oh, either way, he's an admin now. But you do it. That way he doesn't have to leave the stream to go do it.
Boom. Got you, buddy. Thank you.
So while you do that, and again, thank you so much, Slots, for your $5 super chat. You are the man. And let's talk about everybody's favorite psychopath. Do you know who I'm referring to, Grotto?
Oh, yeah. The flavor of the week? Who's the flavor of the week?
Yes, the absolute piece of garbage known as Chad Daybell. The only person worse than him is the one that he was sleeping with, Laurie Vallow. And if you're not familiar with the case, the kids went missing. There's a lot of cult activity going on, and they recently found the bodies of JJ and Ty Lee in his fire pit. This case always strikes me hard. My cousin's name is Tyler Ryan with an R. She's Ty Lee. Not that that means anything, but it's just really weird for me to read that story and see that name. Freaks me out a bit.
Understandable. And what is it? This week we were supposed to have the end of the world, according to Mr. Daybell. What
day was that? Yes, actually, I think it was Amanda. That was the Roddy Crafter's Amanda. Hi, Amanda Laguna. Wait a minute. Amanda Laguna said my fiance is the one who was stabbed last week.
Oh my
weekend.
goodness.
I'm so sorry to hear that,
Yeah.
Amanda. Do you want to give us
Oh,
some more
yeah.
details in the chat for anyone interested? Yeah, I know what you mean, Amanda. I didn't know if anyone in the chat. Actually, you know what? No, don't talk too much about that, Amanda, just because we don't know what's going to happen in regards to that. So let's be a little careful there, because people, although nothing was done wrong whatsoever, to be clear, on our side anyway, people can take things and twist them. So you
Absolutely.
always want to be a little careful. If you want to give someone a little bit of update as to what's going on, that's fine, but just do the best thing. How is he doing? I mean, I know he's doing well because I speak to Tammy and Amanda every day, but I hope he's okay. And how you doing, Tanya? Thanks for hanging out. Tanya has been in the last few lives. She's awesome, and she always contributes. She's the one that actually, Tammy's in the chat. She's the one that had recommended us putting it in Namus, putting Ashley and Namus, and we did go ahead and do that, Tanya. So we thank you so much for that recommendation. That really helped.
So it was supposed to be July 22nd. I guess my wife would have never turned 30, according to Chad Daybell. Today's my wife's 30th birthday, by the way, folks.
Happy birthday to not me.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, she's saying I told her she doesn't look a day over 21. But
I call her not me because we play a game and she goes by not me. That's why I said that. People probably wondering what that meant.
Yeah, someone, I think last night, I'm not sure if any of you caught it. We played this game called Among Us. At some point someone said it's not me. It's Golden Slots himself. He was like, it's not me. And I'm like, dude, I know it's not you. I'm with you. It was her the whole time. And it took me a good 30 seconds to realize who he was talking about. She got me with it too.
And that's why.
Oh, go ahead.
That's why she named herself that, because he said that.
No. This was after she named herself that. She got me with it, right? Because Slots was like, dude, it's not me. And I'm like, I know it's not you. I'm with you, bro. And he got killed. And he goes, it's not me. And I'm like, yo, it's my wife. Oh, it's not me. Oh, it's not Mel. I'm so sorry, Slots. And I didn't vote for her. And she got away with it.
That's fine. If you guys want to check out any of that footage, it is on his channel, Cold Country Podcast, some gaming stuff. What else do you know about Chad Daybell, Grotto? Anything else you want to add?
Well, I was going to let you handle that. I was going to take care of something on something for you real quick. You want to take care?
I can do that. Well, let me read this article I have up.
Yep.
So, as prosecutors in Idaho build their case against Chad Daybell and Laurie Vallow, the couple's apocalyptic beliefs may provide some clues as to what happened to J.J. Vallow and Ty Lee Ryan, who were found buried in Daybell's backyard. Among those beliefs, Daybell and Laurie Vallow predicted this Wednesday would bring the end of the world. Yet the world still turns as the Daybells sit in a jail cell, and I hope they rot. So Daybell not only predicted it ends, but he also claimed to have visions of earthquakes hitting the Wasatch Front as a sign. These guys always have visions. His interest in
I'm just laughing. So true.
You know, they're always getting some kind of messages you need to hear, so you got to follow them. These people make me sick. Seriously, I hate these kind of people. Yeah, and I think we all would agree with that.
I can't stand people like that.
The worst. They're just completely preying on others. People who just don't have the discernment to see that it's very obviously fake. So his interest in the end times started long before J.J. Vallow and Ryan's disappearance. He referenced the apocalyptic movie 2012, of course, which is another movie that talked about dates, because every year there's 2 or 3 dates the world's going to end, and people believe it every time, describing it as so bad it's a good movie in a September 2015 blog post. So it goes on to explain he praised Woody Harrelson's performance as a crazy doomsday puppet, and just a lot more craziness, pointless stuff, all done to take advantage of people and hurt people. And unfortunately, that included 2 children that he did that to.
Yeah. He was quite the psychopath. Preying on neighbors around him, getting people in his community to buy into his mentality. If enough people trust you, locally, enough people trust you locally, then you can basically get them to do whatever they want. But he was taking it further. That he had a podcast, he had books. Trying to get the chat back up on my screen. Sorry there, folks. you know, he wrote books. He had a podcast at one point. Obviously, Lori Vallow met him, and she was like, "Man, is he my kind of crazy? I need this man in my life." and I to what you were going to say earlier, I was taking care of something, trying to let some people know about the stream, so apologize for that weird interlude there on my part. But what I was going to say is, yeah, I cannot stand people who go on, you know, social media sites like Facebook or YouTube and don't really know a lot about their subject matter, but, you know, try to put out videos every couple of weeks or every couple times a week with bad quality. And no, I was just going to make a joke earlier at both of our expense. So I didn't get a chance to do it.
Thank God.
Yeah. She really tried to get her bail reduced to get out. You know, that's the crazy thing. There are states right now that have zero bail laws, and you'll get to hear about that in one of the stories later tonight. But there are cases where you do not need to be giving people bail at all. Bail is for people who won't get out and reoffend or won't get out and hide what they're doing. Therefore, I don't think bail should ever be given to someone who would be a danger to society or to somebody who might get endangered by society, you know? Because there are people out there who definitely won't reoffend, but I can name at least one police officer who, if he got bail, yeah, he'd be dead. So
yep, Chad Daybell ain't one of those people.
Yeah, so he's a prepper. You give him bail, we'll be talking about him on an episode of one of our disappeared updates. We'll just interject him. Chad Daybell walked in the woods and hasn't been seen since. You know, it ended up being one of those.
And I think we'd all be glad for that. But
yeah, and you know, speaking of derelict fathers, we have the case. I'll bring this up right here. We got the case out of Indianapolis. A Missouri judge ordered Anthony Daybell, because I don't know how to say that last name, an Indianapolis man accused of killing his 10-year-old son, to be extradited to Indiana, where he'll face murder charges. He was actually fleeing the police. And well, this case is basically one of those things where you have a system of very poor parenting on the father's part. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with this. It's kind of hard to talk about. But basically his son, and I don't really want to say his son's name just for, even though it's been released, basically the young man told his mom, "Hey, dad's mad at me. I'm not coming home. He's going to take care of me." And he predicted his own death. So unlike Chad Daybell, this kid can actually kind of foresee the future in an unfortunate way. But kid's gone. You know, this is something you're going to see a lot of in the next couple of weeks. And my worry has been that with everybody staying home right now, with all these parents working from home, we've seen an uptick in domestic violence, unfortunately. And I think we're going to see a lot more of it. You've heard stories now of mothers doing some pretty crazy things, dads doing some pretty crazy things. And I think it's just going to get worse the longer we're all stuck at home or can't figure out some type of normal, get back to some kind of normal living. And I mean, it's right here, right? I'll just click on this one. Let you guys see him. Let you guys see him too.
Okay, I hear you now.
All right, we're good. Looks like we had a brief interlude there. Sorry, folks. I think I may have lost internet for a second, but it's back now. Or it could have just been Stream. I think it was just Streamlabs. Social workers can't even come to check on foster children right now. It's done over FaceTime in Georgia. Oh my goodness. Radicrafter says, "Honey, what case are you talking about?" Well, I don't want to say the kid's name just because it might be something that get flagged right now on a certain platform we're talking on. So talking about the dad, Anthony Daybell, his son is right here if you want to read that. But basically,
really blurry all of a sudden for me.
For you, not blurry.
Like everything, including us, and especially the words.
No, it's your internet. We're good.
Yeah,
I'm watching it live too, so we're good to go there.
Who cares about me?
Well, if it's blurry for you, I got to check it too, right? So
no, I don't care as long as the viewers can see it.
Yeah.
But,
so basically
okay, thanks guys.
Yeah, so basically the son had been mentioning to his mom, "Hey, dad's gonna take care of me," and not the way that dads are supposed to take care of him. Officers found a crime scene inside the home, but neither the father or son were there. Homicide detectives and child abuse detectives were both called to the scene based on the evidence found inside the home. So kind of going along, there was enough evidence inside the home to determine that there was pretty much no way he was still alive. So what it looks like is he did the deed, he suffocated him, and then took him to the bathroom just to make sure that the deed had been done. And after that, asked to borrow a suitcase. And then he said he had done that until he stopped breathing. And then he went and dumped the body. So another kind of weird trend apparently happening right now is stuffing people in suitcases. We've had one in Philadelphia, maybe two in Philadelphia, two here in Seattle. Yeah, I don't. People are crazy right now. Like if you've got problems with your kid, I'm telling anyone right now, anyone in the world, if you can't handle your kid, I'll adopt him for you. They're gonna have to.
What a guy, huh?
They're gonna have to learn how to do dishes, but I'll adopt. You know, if they're 10 or older. but that's about it. If you got a kid you can't take care of, I'll gladly take them off your hands, and you can go be a deadbeat human being somewhere else.
And the kid can be shipped to Grotto. You want to give your address?
Yes. Let me look up my local police department. One moment.
Yeah. So yeah, that just makes me sick. And unfortunately, that's not the only story we have in relation to absolute nutcases dealing with children. In fact, it's not even close to the worst one that we're going to cover today. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think are we talking about a certain lady who may or may not have been a socialite and may or may not have had a first name that we both had to look up just to double check we weren't insane?
Ghislane. No, her name is Ghislane. It's Ghislane, Maxwell. If you don't know about her, you need to look her up.
I need to refresh that page, apparently.
Yeah, me too. Complete sicko. She is Jeffrey Epstein's, what would you call a Grotto? His groomer?
That's probably the nicest thing I could say.
Yeah, she basically was the person who you get a young girl whose parents have taught her be skeptical of complete creepazoids like Epstein, and then you go, oh wait, he can't be that bad. I got this nice sweet woman hanging out with him telling me everything's okay. I guess this is good. If you ask me, she's just as bad as him, if not worse, because she was the comfort for these girls that intentionally led them into the fire.
She's worse. She's absolutely worse. She was the one saying, no, it's not as bad as it seems. Hey, don't worry about it. You'll get used to it. And that speculation, let me throw this out there right now. That speculation, and of course, the reason why we're bringing it up is because judge orders the 2015 documents to be released. This is a case that may never even make it really to trial because she was supposed to be, according to the defense lawyers, she would have been included in the group that would have had immunity from being tried at all. So because it says and others, she wasn't specifically named, but it says and others, and she may be covered under that and others. No matter what, even if she comes out of this unscathed, obviously she's never going to be a socialite again. Obviously, they're going to do what the feds are going to do what the feds do best. They're going to find something to pin on her, not related to this. It'll be it taxes, like we've seen them do to Chauvin and his wife. It'll be taxes. It'll be some type of fraud. They'll fabricate. I guess it won't be fabricated. It'll be a real charge. They're going to make something stick. If you grab a handful of posse and you throw it at a wall, something sticks, right? So if they don't get her for this, they're going to get her for something else. And then she'll do the maximum amount of time. And they'll be like, yeah, you stole $1,000 from the government and you're going to go to jail for 25 to 45 years. And, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. No matter what, something's going to stick on her. And it may not be, why does this lady have such a big head? Look at this.
That was random.
How does this lady have such a big... So in other news, Jane Goodall does not need a husband because she's beautiful, by the way, but she's got a big enough brain for two people. If I was walking around with a head like this, let me tell you right now, I would have a walker and some kind of neck brace holding me up. Jane Goodall, lady, she's been a beautiful woman all her life, but holy moly, it just looks like she's getting smarter every day. She's walking around as, the geriatric. Right, she's a geriatric Jimmy Neutron, man. I'm just saying.
Um,
Wow.
Now, what do you make of going back to Ghislane, all these conspiracy theories? I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy, but I do like to think some of them are probably true, or if not, they're kind of the whole thing of 1% negative truth wrapped in 99% lie to kind of sneak in the truth. Or I think I said that backwards, but you get the
I get
point I'm
what you're
making.
saying.
But what do you think? There are people that think he's still alive and they just got rid of him. They either
Oh,
killed him or got rid of him because all those I'm not a big fan of coincidences, especially when 8 happened at the same time. So what do you think about Ghislane and
and
Epstein?
Epstein. So I do not. I'm same kind of brand as you. I don't buy into conspiracy theories as far as promoting them. Always a big fan of discussing them to an extent, but I'm of the opinion that if you start condoning and endorsing every conspiracy theory that comes across your desk or your eyes, then you always believe in the conspiracy theories instead of the truth. And there are people who say who will buy into whatever just because they say WikiLeaks released it, but then they don't go and read the WikiLeaks article, right? So, which has unfortunately
Mhm.
happened a lot with a certain female former presidential nominee. About 80% of it's true and 20% of it is aliens. Uh, so I don't I pay attention to this case in the sense that I pay attention to what's happening in the courts, no matter what the truth is, until it's proven in court or until it's proven through someone writing an autobiography, like her writing an autobiography. Until it's the truth and it's been said, it doesn't matter what our opinion is. It doesn't matter what we think. It's not going to change reality as far as justice for the victim. So I don't pay attention to a lot of it. It's like getting upset about something that you can't change.
Absolutely. And Jake is in the chat. What's up, Jake Nauer? Everybody say hi to him. Jake is the one I told you earlier is a friend of mine in the Mora community.
What's up,
Jake,
Jake?
we did go ahead and put the link to the Mystery of Maura in there. I couldn't find your it's jsknauer.wixsite.com, right? With the what do you call it? The In Search of Maura Murray podcast on there? Not a problem. Jake is awesome, guys. He has given years into looking for Mora.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Jake, Tammy is here. Tammy is the mother of Ashley Spang. Jake is the one who it ended up being a number that didn't work, but that had got the number we called for Jaime, which ended up being disconnected. So he has attempted to help. He had a membership to some sites and things that helped out with that. So he has provided his help, and he is super, super helpful with anything he can. He's a great guy. And if you want to you can't put the link, but if you type the text to the JS Nauer Wix site, I'll post the link, Jake. I just can't find it
Or if you
here.
message it to Jason, I think he'll get that message and can post it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I would do that. Just instant message him on Facebook, and he should be able to get that for you.
For sure. So let's go forward a little here. And
so with this case right here, the Maxwell court documents are going to be released to the public. I think what this is going to do is force public outcry. I think because they know they're not going to be able to win a case against her in the sense of she's going to have immunity. They have to put all of those documents out there, not only to ruin her credibility, but to also make it to where if they do something that would not normally be done to charge her for something else, this will make it right in society's mind. It's one of those things where they need to justify actions they may take later on, which I see why they do it. And peace out, lady. Because
good riddance.
Absolutely. But jeez, yeah. Blech. So
it always blows my mind. I don't know if I'm sexist or whatever, but I just always tend to give women the benefit of the doubt of being better people, especially with stuff like this. And you hear about a guy doing some sicko stuff. It's gross, but you kind of used to it. When you hear about a girl involved in it, just blows my mind. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have just said that, but
on the flip side, I grew up abused by women, so I don't trust anyone.
That is true. Did you want to go into that at all, or not? Obviously, a lot of detail, but just since you brought it up, if you wanted to,
it's as simple as every woman I've ever loved has hurt me, and that's it.
Oh,
but I don't have trust issues with people close to me. I'm just hesitant to trust anyone unless I get to know them. It doesn't affect me getting to know people in any way. Obviously, I'm quite the social butterfly. I reached out to you, and look where we are now. I'm just a big time introvert with an extrovert shell. Crunchy exterior with warm, creamy. Yeah. Anyways, interior.
I can confirm he's creamy.
He's creamy. Oh yeah, got that cappuccino. I've got a face that only a mother could love, but she left too. So, anyways,
dude, come on. You're a handsome devil, man. We love you. Everyone in this channel, everyone in the chat, let Grotto know we love him.
I don't know. I've seen your comments. I've got my list. Don't worry about it. So moving along, I actually forgot what did not forget. Speaking of killing co-hosts, what? Sorry. Earlier this week, we had a nice tech giant, once called the Elon Musk of the Middle East. Everyone thought that he'd been killed by a professional hitman. Dude got into an elevator. Someone got in next to him, all dressed up in a mask and stuff like that. Got out onto his flat, killed him, decapitated him, and basically got some stuff right here. I'll just put on screen. She found a gruesome scene. This was a family member found his head and limbs had been removed and parts of his body had been placed in a large plastic bag. There's still an electric saw plugged in nearby. They think that the perpetrator had left or had been interrupted during the, work that he had been performing on this very fine gentleman. Yeah. So they have arrested his assistant. Not sure how they found him, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find out soon. So they were expected to announce an arrest on Friday, which they did. They arrested him. Let's see if I can find it right here.
Good job, boys. Boys in blue, get one right every once in a while.
Yep. Let me actually pull it up. This actual story did not have who. It said suspect is arrested. Well, I guess it's here. Personal assistant.
You want a minute to pull something up?
I don't need a minute to pull something. You can ask my wife, man. It'll take a couple of seconds.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and say something you specifically told me not to do because I like to be difficult. He didn't want to do this as a segment, but I like the idea of having it as a segment solely because I kind of just want to tell this story. But him and I were talking about when parents, I had done a story earlier, many of you probably know, earlier in the week, where a guy had his daughter's, the person who had raped and murdered his daughter, which was her stepfather, dragged back across the border, kidnapped and dragged back. So I told Grotto that every time that happens and the parent gets some kind of legal charge, I always say, charge him. Why? Did they run out of trophies? So he thought that was hilarious. And we are going to have a little segment later when we go into the kind of funny crime stories. And Grotto's going to be giving out trophies for each one. So it's not just going to be the funny story like last week, but each one's going to earn a trophy. And you can bet that Grotto applied that wit and made some nice, funny trophy names. So since we needed a minute while he pulled that up, I thought I would say that since he asked me not to.
No, it's all good. Hey, that's the segment we're getting into next, so why not, right?
Exactly.
But so basically it was a trusted employee, Tyrese Haspel.
Okay.
I think that's how you say it. You want to try it?
We are in the first of the kind of funny stories. I'm kind of lost right now.
No, we're still talking about the CEO he got promoted to spectator.
Yeah, I don't have that one up for some reason. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. So, yeah, I said I was pulling up the other one. My bad there. He's 21 years old, charged with second-degree murder. Second-degree murder? That doesn't make quite sense, but okay. Over the grisly slaying inside his $2.2 million East Houston Street apartment, NYPD Chief of Detectives Rodney Harrison said during a brief afternoon news conference he was the executive assistant and handled the international entrepreneur's finances and personal matters. So we're going to probably find out what was going on. This is a case where we could Either Tyrese Haspel did it because he was sick and tired of his employer. He was maybe had just snapped. Could be something. Hello, that just went right all the way up there. Could have been something where maybe he saw something since he was handling personal and financial matters for the CEO. So this is really a case that could go so many different ways, right? It could have been a personal relationship. Maybe the entrepreneur had gone Ellen DeGeneres on him, and he just got tired of being beaten down. Yeah, apparently she's going through some fun stuff right now.
Grotto, I hate to interrupt you real quick. So my dog, guys, he's elderly, he has all kinds of problems, and he starts whining and crying. It's going to get so loud, you guys are going to start hearing it. I need about a minute or two to take care of him, and I figured this is the perfect time because Grotto is kind of handling this story himself, and I don't have it in front of me. So he's going to hang out with you for just a couple minutes while I take care of Toby, and I'll bring him on to say hello because he's a ladies' man. The women love him, and they'd rather see him than me, so I'm going to bring him over.
I'm kidding. I'll bring you back. So I'm thinking that we're going to see, I'm waiting to see what you're doing. Are you going to go grab the dog? Are you going to go grab that? Are you going to touch your, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Jason? No? Slide off screen on your chair? All right. Jason will be right back, folks, with the pup. But on this story, I think we're going to find out that it was one of many scenarios, jealousy, revenge, bullying. Perhaps he thinks maybe that the CEO had been doing something that was not so good and wanted to, knight in shining armor, take care of the dragon, if you know what I'm saying. But, gentlemen right here, I think it's probably going to be something we won't find out about until at least next year. So look forward to seeing this case on the headlines everywhere with people talking about daily updates. You'll see big channels talking about it, and they're going to be basically doing the same thing here that we're doing, but they'll actually have the information. So before you knew, we knew. Cops learned about the killing the next day after he did it, when the cousin went to check on him. Let's see if there's anything in here that I actually missed. Haspel had been staying in a pricey Airbnb rental there since Wednesday. Actually, they're in the same building? Ooh, premeditated. Well, obviously, if he had a saw. He looked like a kid who got caught stealing a lollipop out of the store, Allen 56 said. That would be Byron Allen, the building superintendent next door. We saw the bus go down. Let's see. Nope, don't see anything here. Former schoolmate and friend who ran track with Haspel at Valley Stream Central High School in Valley Stream said he's very private with his life, and I think he had a rough childhood. I think you've had to have quite the rough childhood if you took a electric or a table saw to your boss's body. Let's see. Ooh, he lived in a foster home. Okay. Well, hopefully he had a reason for doing what he did, because that's just, seems like quite the gruesome, senseless amount of destruction to a person's body. It had to have been something very personal. You don't normally attack the person. You usually don't attack a person's face unless it's, personal. That's why lovers attack people's faces. It's personal. And that's usually when, police know it's a crime of passion, right? Someone's face had been mutilated. It's because it's usually personal. So the man said that while Haspel follows bad examples, he had never seen him as capable of doing something like Saleh's saying, slaying. And we're back with a pup. Hi, pup. Well, we're done with that segment, so I can do this, right? Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Jason.
Yes, sir.
Jason.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. They could see you. Still no excuse to murder and dismember a body. Absolutely not. Welcome back, Ready Crafters. I made you big, because we're done with that segment.
Okay.
Hello, big.
We're getting ready for trophy time if you haven't already started, but we'll do a little Toby time for a minute beforehand. This is my number one main man right here.
Toby time.
That's basically it. He's the best. This guy's 17 years old, which is what? 70, is that 110 in dog years? Am I doing my math right, Grotto?
They actually just released a new way to calculate that. And would you know it? I don't know how it is.
Wait, 17. That's 70 plus 119. They released a new way to calculate it?
They did.
Okay, so does he get longer or shorter?
Is he older? Is he younger?
It's always scary when you get a pet that starts getting older because you never know, you know. He's awesome. He is the best dog in the world. And Tammy says hi. The whole chat says hi. This dog's great. Typically, I give him a couple treats on camera, but he's out of them right now. So what did I miss?
Well, the guy who killed his boss. Apparently, he was from a foster home and had quite the rough childhood. Toby time. Toby time. Toby time. I'm just making Toby time.
I'm see that.
Just making Toby time bounce across the screen. Toby time. Toby time.
Okay.
Toby time. Okay.
Wow, I didn't know you could even do that live. He's sleeping. Look at how he just goes like this.
Wait, did he really just fall asleep?
Yeah.
Are you joking? Did he really? Did he literally just fall asleep?
He did.
Oh my
goodness. This dog
goodness.
legitimately sleeps 23 hours and 47 minutes a day. He pees for 6 minutes and he eats for 7. That's his entire life.
Now it's sleepy Toby time.
What else are you gonna do?
Oh.
So why don't we go? You do the first, since we're gonna. I was saying it might be fun to call it Grotto's Trophies. He said, no, let's not do a segment and call it that. It doesn't have to be my thing. But you know, even though it was based off of that funny story I told, it was his idea to even do it. So I want to give him all the credit. And why don't you start the first one, Grotto?
He wants to give me all the credit. He wants to give me all the credit, but you sent me the stories. So yeah, take that credit. Shove it up your sleepy
You're the
Toby
man,
time.
and we love you. So we don't need credit around here. We want to pass it along.
Oh, he's awake.
Yeah, I had to wake him up. Okay, let me put him down. I just wanted him to say hello because the girls sometimes get mad if I don't show him.
All right.
Because he's a handsome boy.
We don't need to actually put the stories up. We're just going to read them out to people. Some of these people definitely don't need their faces on anything.
Especially Jesus bulldog is like that. What'd you say? Hi, Denise.
I said some of these people definitely don't need their faces on camera as far as, pictures. I'll probably be a second. I think my wife's going to hobble away. Are you okay? All right. Just
sure. For everyone else, while Grotto handles that, Denise
done.
McGarity is who we're interviewing tomorrow with her cousin, Toby Anderson, the one went missing in 1988. Denise, you have people here who can understand your plight. I know that you had watched at least one of my interviews. I believe you watched the Tammy one. Tammy is in the chat. She's T-Spang. So Tammy and Denise, you guys obviously understand each other's what each other are going through, and not many people can understand that. So I just at least wanted to introduce you guys to each other as people that know what the other one's going through, because it's tough to find someone that understands in a time like that.
Absolutely.
So did you want to bring up? Are you doing something with your wife, or did you want to get into the first trophy?
No, I said I was done when the first word that came out of your mouth. I said I was done. I just had to make sure she wasn't dying. That's all. I could do that with these.
That's always good. Make sure the wife doesn't die.
She wasn't dying. She's okay. Yeah, so we're not going to put these actual stories up on screen. We both have them. We're going to read them out to you. Basically, the reason why is because a lot of these people do not deserve to have their faces on screen, especially for some of the awards that they're going to win. First one here, California man is accused of stealing electronics and he tried to resell them to the store's owner, police say. Johnny Angel Robles had just been released from jail, and this is that no bail law that many places are passing because of a certain human malware that's going around. He stole hundreds of dollars worth of camera equipment from a California business, tried to sell it back to the store owner. And of course, the police were part of that little sting. He fled from the police. He was caught a little bit later on foot when he ran somewhere. And of course, man cannot beat fence unless a man has car or can cut through fence. So yeah, unfortunately for him, he's going to be going back to jail, where more than likely he won't be kept in there for much longer, and will probably go out and steal some kid's bicycle. So the award we're going to give to this gentleman for getting out of jail and going right back to jail, and he's probably going to continue this vicious cycle. He gets the "Oops, I Did It Again" trophy because he's going to probably end up right back in jail. And
you get the trophy on screen. Is Grotto great, guys? Seriously. So,
yep, that's for you, Mr. Robles. Of course, I'm assuming that after you do your time, you're gonna come out of jail and be a fine young individual and not steal from people. I'm lying. But we'll have a trophy for you again if you ever end up back in the news cycle for doing something stupid, because apparently you're not the smartest person. Oh, by the way, there's a $10,000 bail on him now. I just read that at the end. So Senor No Bail has bail now.
All right.
And
I'm sure we will see him again. And what are we gonna, if we get our first repeat trophy winner, what are we going to call it? Just continuously, oops, I did it again? Or
no,
where are we going?
I'll tell you right now, if one of these people actually end up back in prison again, I will go to the prison roster, find out where they are, and I'll mail them a picture of the trophy with a request for them to respond. Depending on their response, we'll make their next trophy. So,
I like it. Picture of us like this, smiling around the trophy. I'll fly out to Washington just for that.
No. I'm sending you a green screen. We'll take care of it. So you just make yourself like you're laying down, lean back like this, okay? And then I'll take care of the rest for the two of us, okay?
Right. But I need a green screen now that you mention it.
Oh yeah, I've got one. I've got Mr. Jason green screen, as well as a couple of computer components I'm sending out to him as soon as I remember to do that. And I actually might send him one of these backgrounds. If I send you one of these backgrounds and you put it up on yours, we can line them up.
You get really.
I got far away. My bad. I was leaning back. But I might get him one of these backgrounds. If I get him one of these backgrounds, we can line them up and it'll look like we're in the same place, minus the lighting. So.
That's true. Can you line the bricks up to make it look like that?
With your help, I can. Our powers combined, we can do anything, except for run the world. I can't even run a house with 5 people in it, so I got no faith in myself there. All right. Well, you've got the next trophy award winner. Who do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna bring up Utah boy.
Utah.
So I don't actually know the names of the trophies. Me and Grotto think it's fun to catch our actual reaction. So sometimes if one of us is going to present the other one with things, we give them a heads up, but we don't give the details. So I don't know what these are, but I will tell. How about I'll read the article, Grotto, and then you can give the trophy.
You go ahead.
You go, boy. All right. 5-year-old Utah boy drove family car on interstate as he attempted road trip to buy a Lamborghini, authorities say. The boy traveled a few miles before a state trooper successfully pulled him over, miraculously avoiding harm along the way. So a 5-year-old successfully drove. I don't think Grotto's putting the picture up, but he has something. What is that? Taped to his face or something? I don't know.
No. That's somebody getting somebody's really poor attempt at making sure they don't know the kid's identity. Even though he went on and did a video interview afterwards and was joking about it, and then kid went on to actually get a ride in a Lamborghini from someone who read the story, drove their Lamborghini to his house, and did a couple of YouTube videos for him. Did you have anything else to add to this one?
All I wanted to say is, who does the kid remind you of? Somebody I don't think I told you about the kid, but I reminded you of him, an older case. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Well, a couple of other kids have done the same thing. There was one kid who stole his parents' car to try to drive to Disneyland and didn't make it very far. So it just reminds me of all those cases.
But the one I'm speaking of in particular is, if anyone has seen the kid, I don't remember his name, but he's so funny. And they're like, why did you drive your grandmother's car? And he says something like, I just wanted to do hood rat things with my friends.
Yeah, and that guy's back in jail right now.
He is. He's older now.
Yeah, he's back in jail right freaking now. So thanks, grilled cheese. That is something I'd love to hear. I love the boys. I don't know if you saw their message. They said, you guys remind me of BuzzFeed Unsolved. Well, that is the type of production quality that
He actually references them a lot. Sorry to interrupt.
I do, because I want it.
He's always, you got to be like BuzzFeed.
I was like, we've got to have the quality of BuzzFeed. We need to make sure that we're putting good quality stuff. That's why when I do the disappeared stuff, even if we don't put everything on screen, because there's some stuff we can get in trouble with copyright wise, I want to make sure to at least make the disappeared episodes. Wow, you were hungry. Sorry, my wife just walked back in with dinner.
She's gonna kill you for that.
No, it's her birthday. My wife just walked in here with chili dogs and a mango margarita. I'm not gonna stop her. You have fun.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Carly.
Oh, she's smiling. She's smiling because she got chili. I made this lady right here. I woke up. I was feeling like that. Telling Jason, I'm dying, dude. I'm gonna die today. Messaged him that this morning too, but I still got my happy out of bed. Made her dinner, walked away from it, said, I ain't touching this. I don't feel good enough for that. And it's just like personal thing. I think I ate something that my body didn't agree with. It wasn't like I'm actually sick or anything, because I feel great now. But I just walked away and said, hey, here's your dinner. Happy birthday. Alcohol's in the fridge. Don't do stupid things on your hurt foot with the alcohol. And that's it. So Grumpy Pup, Lottery Scratchers. Hello, good friend of ours.
Hello, Grumpy Pup. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, just saying, what's up, man? I'm just at work, so I can only hang up for a minute, but I'll definitely check this out in the morning. Absolutely. I love Just Saying's a great supporter of the channel. He's on a lot of the videos commenting, and I always appreciate I don't know if you guys know, but when you leave comments and you very, very much help the channel, because there's something called engagement, where if thousands of people view a video, but they don't comment or like, it tells YouTube, oh, whoever watched this wasn't that into it. So we probably shouldn't recommend it to more people. Whereas if more people are interacting, YouTube says, oh, people like this. They're commenting. They're going to come back to respond to the comment and watch it again. So we should really push this out to more people. So that helps a lot. And I do appreciate that. Not only Just Saying, but to everybody. Hello, Hillary.
Hello, Hillary Phillips. So yeah, this guy, right? I can't believe reminded me of that one with the dude who went joyriding. That was so funny.
Well, what trophy do we have for our 5-year-old friend?
Well, okay, to the reference, again, some YouTubers went and visited this young man, and obviously, I'm only assuming that this kid saw videos of the Lamborghini on YouTube. So, what we've got for him, I need to make sure I actually have the right one. Yep, I have the right one. If anybody's familiar with this YouTube channel, it's the original person who used it. It's ya boy, because this young man's going to end up with a YouTube channel. He's going to have his Lamborghini. He's going to make his mom angry, but he's going to be a YouTuber. He's going to do all the weird things. He's going to start all the cinnamon challenges, maybe with Ginger. But the kid's going to be on YouTube. He's going to be a star. You heard it here first. We called it. It's ya boy. An actual boy. So pay attention to about a decade from now. So that's what he's going to be. I'm calling it now. He's going to be a YouTuber. That's the trophy he gets.
Wait a minute. This is the one that you did tell me the name for. You changed the trophy name, right? Or is there another similar trophy? Oh, you said you have 2 of them.
That's for Florida, I believe.
So the one you told me is for the next one.
I don't know.
You said most likely to be a YouTuber was a trophy.
That's him. Yeah. No. It's your boy is what I named it. So this is.
Okay. I like that better.
It's ya boy. If anybody's familiar with that channel, you know. So, but on to the next one. Ooh, you know, should I talk about the lady beneath the stairs?
Absolutely. Keep us moving.
All right. So out of Kentucky, a mayor stunned to find mysterious woman hiding in his house's cellar. Basically, he's doing some housework, noticed there was some weird stuff in the house, went down to look in the cellar, didn't find anything, came back later because his power got shut off, and he found a woman down there. There was a woman possibly living in his basement cellar, along with the wine, along with apparently his electrical box. He found blood on the door and a sack filled with woman's clothes. And after he finally caught her, didn't surround her, obviously, she was already in a cellar. But after he found her, she said, I'm hiding from someone. And he tried to stop her, tried to get a hold of authorities, but she fled before police could get there. So this is Mayor, let me grab it real quick. Mayor Bruce Wilkerson. And so when local police got there, this is Bowling Green Police. I told the officers when they came that she didn't steal anything. And I asked the officers why they were grinning. And they said, no matter what, or no matter how they write the report, it's going to say that the mayor locked a woman in his house. He joked to the local WNKY Winky News, I guess. Blinkin'. So he said the woman appeared to be in her 20s and had long brown hair. You know, this could be one of those things where it's one of those the silver alerts for people who aren't kids but could be endangered because of
Amber Alert.
No,
no,
Amber,
not kids.
Yeah, because they're not kids. I'm not sure if it's a silver alert because I unfortunately don't have as much, don't pay as much attention to that, unfortunately. But I'm thinking she might just be someone who was having some kind of things, or she could have just been found a way into his house and had been living there because the sack full of clothes, right? That shows some preparedness. But for this mayor, because we don't know anything about the lady, for the mayor, if anyone's ever been to an airport bathroom, you always see on there, it's got occupied and then it's got occupado. His seller was sorry, occupado.
He broke up for a second. That's why.
I think I only broke up on Discord, because Discord will bring it down. I have different audio here, so she gets the sorry, occupado. Whenever I go
that's occupied in Spanish, occupado.
That's yeah, it's occupado. Anytime I see a bathroom, I always go occupado.
The only Spanish words I know are ones that a female would yell at a male with from dating a few Spanish girls in the past. So all the swears and all the ones that are like, you bastard. That's the Spanish words I know.
My son's took Spanish for 4 years. My daughter took it for 2 years. So they know enough. If I ever get stuck in Mexico, they'll get us home.
There you go. That's all you need.
That's all I need. And I think we've got. You should probably talk about the gentleman whose grammar and spelling was not so good.
Oh, okay.
And I'll take care of the last two.
So, the headline. Excuse me, something's been going on in my throat the last couple nights. Man who tried to fake death to avoid sentencing was caught by a typo, prosecutor says. Robert Berger allegedly created a death certificate that claimed he died of suicide after pleading guilty to multiple offenses.
By smothering.
A New York man tried to fake his own death to avoid sentencing for 2 felonies, but the ruse was unraveled by a typo, according to prosecutors. Nassau County District Attorney Madeline Singas announced Tuesday that prosecutors have charged 25-year-old Robert Berger with felony charges of offering false instrument after he allegedly provided authorities with a fake death certificate to avoid being sentenced in 2 unrelated felony cases. But authorities soon grew suspicious after they noticed the word registry had been misspelled on the death certificate and said registry instead. Typos and formatting errors gave up what we allege is a forged death certificate that this defendant used to avoid accountability for other crimes, Nassau County District Attorney Madeline Singas said in the statement. Submitting fake documents to prosecutors is always a bad idea, and while he'd have been caught regardless, failure to use spell check made this alleged fraud especially glaring. What do you think of that one?
What an idiot. And it was different font too. I was looking at the document. Some of the he used different font. I mean, how hard is it to match a font, right? Well,
maybe the registry was just busy and he had to rush and he had a typo.
Okay, you don't have enough time to spell registry, I guess. And what he'd been indicted for like larceny and stuff like that. So this is someone who's used to pulling the wool over people. The guy did he have a tattoo named that said no regrets as well?
I just respond to that. That's funny. No regrets.
So that
would actually be a great tattoo. It would be hilarious.
Get it ironically, right? But So this is a guy who was used to conning people, not quite Tom Hanks, and Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's got the Catch Me If You Con trophy. So unfortunately,
I like it. Little wordplay.
Yep. Yeah. Except this was intentional. Yep. Catch me if you con.
Should be an O, right? Con, C-O-N.
No, spelt wrong, sir. What are you talking about?
All right, I like it.
What are you talking? How dare you insinuate that I would spell properly?
How dare you?
How dare you?
I like it.
This is
and
my
why don't
fake
you
trophy.
get into the last one since you are Le Trophy Master?
Le Trophy Master. Let me take this off screen. So, out of Florida here, well, this is more than just one case. This is actually two cases. In the last 6 months, we've had two idiots attacking people with machetes. One of them actually had a machete tattoo. Accused killer sports. Oh, dang, that's a different one. Right here. Justin Couch attacked a man with a machete. The man had been returning home to a residence that they both resided in. And Couch told the guy, "You need to leave. There's nothing here for you." And the guy said, "All right, brother, I'm out of here. I'll leave. Let me go inside and get my wallet." And Justin Couch said, "No, you don't need your wallet and keys. There's nothing here for you." And began hitting him on the side of the body with the flat side of the machete, but decided he'd take a full swing at his head. So Justin swung the machete at the gentleman's head. The gentleman went and blocked himself, got hit, and passed out from the pain. This is where things get weird because the guy passed out. Justin left him there. Homie woke up, apparently not dead, went and looked for Justin at another residence, found him, said, "Yo, man, what's up? Why would you do this to me?" Justin drove him to another friend's house where the other friend was like, "Hey, Justin, maybe we should take this guy to the hospital." Justin said, "Okay, you take him." Guy took him to the hospital. I mean, who the hell knows what this group of friends, minus the last one, because obviously he was helping out, where they were staying. God knows what they were doing. The fact that they live in Florida alone, they're the embodiment of the Florida man. And as Florida men, it was a house party. There were multiple people there. Did anyone say, "Hey, dude with the machete tattoo on your face, maybe you shouldn't be playing with the machete, let alone attacking one of our roommates"? But that's not the only machete attack out of Florida that we pulled up. Another man said he was hunting Cubans outside of McDonald's earlier this year, back in February. Cuban being, yes, the Cuban people, but also the nickname for, gotta find him real quick, Garcia, who is seated inside the McDonald's. The two men got out to leave, but were confronted by Quarterman. This is the other axe machete wielder guy who allegedly was lurking outside and wearing a small mask and wielding a machete, started attacking him. Now, this is one of those cases where a bunch of locals all hung out at the McDonald's together, and a lot of the witnesses said, "Yeah, I knew both men. No one knows why he attacked him, though." It seemed to be just a random attack, but another idiot with a machete, this time outside of the McDonald's. That makes more sense. McDonald's and Walmart. People just randomly attack people with machetes there. Anyways, that's not important. They both get probably the most obvious award right here.
And while you're bringing up that award, Grilled Cheese told us these trophies need a wall. I agree. Maybe you can make a little shelf in the back and line them up so that they stay on screen as you bring them.
We could. I was actually thinking about doing that. That's why I put our names down here. I was going to put a little break right there and start doing one by one by one by one. That is a great idea, Grilled Cheese. I'll take care of that. I can get a wall in there. Get a bookshelf. I'll order one. We'll make it happen. But they get the Florida man. And I can tell you right now, this is going to be the one you'll probably see every week, because every time I search weird crimes, Florida seems to come up. I'm not sure what people are doing there. I don't know if you only go there to retire or eat people's faces off. But if you're from Florida, tell us what the hell's in the water, right? So that's what we've got there. I think that's the last story as well. So congratulations to the trophy winners. You get a golf clap.
Absolutely. That's the slow clap.
The slow clap.
And then it goes in. And then give them a little. That might be hurting viewers' ears. Sorry.
I got a
little excited.
Yeah. So what did you want to
gets me excited.
Oh yeah, baby. So what did you want to go into? You wanted to play that game this week too, right?
Well, so what are we doing for time here? What are we? Are we around an hour or so? We can ask the chat if they want to play the game, but
do you want to play a game, chat?
What do we have for time? Because since you're streaming it, I can't see.
We're at just over an hour, just under an hour and 10 minutes right now.
Okay, we can play. Does everyone want to play a game, or do you want to hold off for next week? It's up to you guys. Because typically we shoot for about an hour, so we are going, or an hour and a half, I guess. So we can play one round of the same game we played last week if you guys want to see who can guess the murderer. Okay, Grilled Cheese said yeah. So as long as one or two people want to do it, then by all means. I just didn't want everyone to. I know some people are watching to support me. I don't want them to feel like this is going really long here. So.
Yep.
Just ignore everything I just said the past 5 minutes. Why did I even say all that? Let's play the game.
Let's play the game. All right. So there's going to be a brief interlude. I'm going to get that game going strong. Give me a few moments.
Tammy wants to play. Tammy gets what Tammy wants.
Oh, yeah. Tammy didn't get to see a lot of it last time, so we'll give her a chance. I'm going to be popping off screens. It'll be just you guys and Jason. I'll be in the background kind of reading things. So I'm going to get the game open and get it here on stream. I can close that entire window now. You know how good I feel about that? All those stories. All right. Ooh. So I wonder how loud this is going to be. If it's super loud, I do apologize to everyone.
What, are we going to hear the volume?
I've turned it down, thankfully, so.
And you are playing the same game as last week while you narrated, not Among Us, right? Among Us we'll do another time.
Yeah, it's a matter of murder. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that popped up real quick. Bring you over here. Be just a couple of seconds, folks.
All right, give me one moment too.
It'll be looking for a game. It's got the game. I think you're right here.
Sorry, I do have something personal that I'm doing. That's why when you guys see me take a moment to type, there's a kind of a family thing. Nothing bad or anything, nothing to worry about. But that's what I'm doing.
I've got it on my got it on a 4K monitor, so I need to stretch it out a little. There we go. So we've got you now.
Oh, I want to give a disclaimer here. Last week, Grotto beat me. I don't like to get beat, okay? At least not in that way. The reason he won is he knew something I didn't, and that is that this is just an algorithm that picks these kind of things. I thought it was a person that designed the game, so I thought like, oh, they're trying to trick me. I didn't know it was just a computer that generated things, so that kind of, when you choose whoever you think the murderer was, keep that in mind. Because if you're anything like me, I always think like, what are they trying to get me to think here? I'm going the opposite. They're not tricking me. But this is just computer-generated algorithms. So it's the one that it seems like it would be. It tends to be that one. So that way we can all guess it.
I hear.
Sometimes it's fun if different people in the chat think different things.
I
led Tammy into the fire last week. I was like, it's going to be the love note, not the jealousy. So she agreed with me, and we lost because of me.
I hear excuses, sir.
Well, I'm excusing Tammy, not me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I think I said
Tammy had no part.
Lost, but he had actually won because he picked the right one. I just misunderstood.
Yep. You're right about that. All right. So I am going to, we're going to generate a new case file, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And again, I am.
Didn't we play case file number 1? So we just picked number 2 this time or no?
No. We did the introductory case before. We'd be on case file.
Did 2 of them.
We did a new case file last time.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want?
Whatever you think.
We'll go with number 1 in case anyone already knows it, right? Ooh, I'm gonna.
I like when Grotto is a little more experienced than me, and so obviously I'm kind of the host since it's the channel name is mine. But I like when Grotto kind of directs things like this. He does a great job with the reading. If you don't know, Grotto actually came to me when he was doing creepypastas, which are, what would you just describe them as, horror stories, Grotto? So he used to read those. That's why he's so good at reading in character.
Sure. Sorry.
Ready. Well, let us know when the game's ready. I'm talking over it.
Oh, the game is ready. We're here. Fancy a snack. You occupied the evening with cucumber sandwiches and were completely unaware of tonight's ghastly events. Notwithstanding, investigating this matter seems like a rollicking good time. And time is of the essence. Let the games begin.
Do it.
We've got 2 people in the veranda. one person in the kitchen and 2 in the drawing room. How would you like to proceed?
Let's do the drawing room.
On to the drawing room. Once I bring the game back up, where we have Major Thomas and Madame Dreary. In the room, you see a cricket bat on the ground. Do we want to inspect the cricket bat?
We sure do.
With great care, you examine the cricket bat. Unfortunately, nothing seems unusual or unexpected. And you mentioned ladies first. Madame Dreary, I presume you'd like to speak with?
Yes, sir.
Would we like to ask for an alibi, weapon, motive, or never mind?
I want to know where she was.
Madame Dreary, where were you? Madame Dreary knocks back the last of her martini. The billiard room, I believe they call it. I was trapped there all night with that idiot, Lieutenant Strouthart. We've got an alibi there for her. And would we like to speak with Major Thomas?
Well, we still got a couple more things to ask Madame Dreary, correct?
I'd say only if her alibi doesn't add up, right? Oh, you're right. Yeah, maybe about a motive?
That's what I'm thinking.
Thinking a motive? Madame Dreary, do you know who could have killed? I don't know who actually died because I wasn't paying attention to that. Rector Qualms, he tells me, this one's, oh no, there's her French accent. Rector Qualms, he tells me that Ward Constance is consumed with the jealousy at the time. I thought that Rector Qualms was just bragging, but now?
Grotto, can you take over this for 5 minutes? I got something going on real quick.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Play with the chat.
I'm gonna solve a crime. I'm gonna solve a crime. I'm gonna solve a crime while you slowly go away. Yeah. Hi, folks. We're gonna solve a crime together. I'm gonna scoot back into my chair because I scooted away from it earlier. Okay, so now that I actually have to pay attention and not read, Rector Qualms. He sounds like he's got some problems with his rector area. Major Thomas, let's ask you for an alibi. I'm going to go ahead and take a second to mute Jason until he comes back. Be just a second, folks. All right. When he comes back, I'll bring him back on screen. If any of you see anything that you'd like me to check on here, please let it be known. I will ask them. I will definitely... Sorry, I had someone walking into my room too. I'll ask them and see what's up on the case. All right. I asked him for an alibi. Major Thomas testified to being with Harris Von Pinch in the music room at the time of the murder. Ask about a motive. Revenge, the sport of kings, and Madame Dreary, I'm guessing. Ooh. Thomas sees your expression. Or didn't you know that Madame Dreary had a vendetta against Rector Qualms? Oh, I guess Rector Qualms is the one that died. Okay. So, we're going to go back to the estate map. So we've talked to him. Madame Dreary appears to be by herself in there. We can go to the kitchen and talk to Lieutenant Stouthart. And Lieutenant Stouthart is who Madame Dreary was supposedly with in the billiards room. So if she says that's not the case, or he, pardon me, says that's not the case, we're going to know already. Oh, let's check the hammer first, baby. Check that hammer. Oh, it's well used, but nothing suspicious. I was writing letters to underprivileged inner city kids. It's my inspiration. It's inspirational to them. Madame Dreary was with me in the billiards room. All right, well. Seems that it checks out. Okay. What about a motive? Stouthart smiles blankly. I don't know. Sometimes I think that if I didn't take my little morning pill, I might end up just as crazy as Harris Von Pinch. Anything could happen, you know. Okay, Harris Von Pinch. Let's go talk to you. Oh, nothing particularly noteworthy. She left? How dare you? Harris fixes you with an eye. Me? Seriously? She sighs operatically. Well, if you must know, I was with Major Thomas in the music room all night. So Harris Von Pinch was with Major Thomas. So there you go. Their alibis checked out. So does Madame Drury and Lieutenant Stoutheart. Ooh la la. So Major Thomas was with Von Pinch, right? And that appeared to be right. Those two are clear. Madame Drury was with Lieutenant Stoutheart. That appeared to check out. Oh, Ward Constance, you have some explaining to do. Holds her doll and pretends, we were in the front hall with Harris Von Pinch. Well, Harris Von Pinch was in the music room, Ward Constance. Ooh, I think you were a liar. Okay, let's go to the dining room. Nothing particularly noteworthy. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're going to run out of time here, folks. Study. In the study? Okay. Okay, we've got problems now. We've got problems now. I wasn't paying attention. Madame Drury, tell me about a weapon. Uh-oh. 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 Somebody's supposed to tell me what to do. We're screwed. Didn't I already ask her about it? Uh-oh. What about... Okay, Major Thomas, you gotta save me, bro. Oh, I'm screwed. We're screwed, folks. We're screwed. We already checked the hammer. We already checked that thingy. Jason's back. Welcome back, Jason.
I'm sorry, guys. We'll finish up this one game. Got an issue with the dog. He's kind of shaking and stuff, so I don't know
Oh, no.
what's going on. Yeah, it doesn't seem like super duper serious, but we'll finish up here and that'll be it because I just want to make sure he's okay. He's never done that before.
Well, here's the good news. I have no idea how they were killed.
Good. So I'm still gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess someone that you don't guess. So
Oh, no. It was Ward Constance. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, right. Think you know everything. Definitely wasn't Ward.
So it wasn't the
Constance.
cricket bat.
Is he serious?
Yeah, it wasn't the cricket bat, wasn't the hammer, wasn't the rifle, wasn't the candlestick, poison no, piano wow, pistol no. Poker no. So that's the wire. Wire's a no. Hammer's a no. That is the poker is a no. Pistol was a no. Cricket bat was the first one. Cricket bat was a no as well. Poison was a no. I can't find the murder weapon, bro. Wait, rifle is a no. Yeah, I can't find the murder weapon. There's a knife,
What
right?
about that first thing? Oh no, that was the cricket bat, the first one, right? You just gotta pick any one of them, right?
Well, it sounds like I gotta find a knife, but I haven't seen the knife yet.
Okay.
Oh, we're in trouble. I can't find a knife. Is there anything in the back here? No.
Okay, grilled cheese. I'll check it out as soon as I finish up here. Well, give me a few minutes just to check on the dog after we're done here, and I'll check your email, grilled cheese. Thank you.
Uh-oh. I don't see a knife anywhere.
The poker, right? Would that be?
No, the poker's one of the first ones. So that would be the poker does not appear to be the murder weapon. I don't see any murder weapons, right? So weapons are hammer, poker, pistol, cricketback, knife, rifle. The knife is the only one that I haven't been able to find.
Okay.
Right.
Music room maybe, or veranda.
We also don't have a motive.
Who did it? Ward Constance?
Ward Constance did it, but it's usually due to insanity, I think, for her.
Can you guys hear that?
Hear what?
It's really heavy panting.
No. Well, I mean, if you got your pup, we can. How about we do this? Let's go accuse, because I have no idea who did it. Right?
Yeah. Just kind of finish up here. Sorry, guys.
So you can get it done. Beginning of the knife. Blah blah blah. Had to have been a knife. Hatred. I have no idea.
Hatred?
I have no idea. It's probably insanity. You did it. Yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately, I was reading it to you, didn't pay attention to well enough in the beginning, and then when I had to, unfortunately, pay attention to it myself, I was not prepared. So, down one for Grotto. We're back to square one on the one for
All
ones.
right, so we've both been wrong once.
There
Next
we go.
Week we will do a tiebreaker. Whoever wins is the winner.
Losers got to eat.
Always wins.
Losers got to eat baby food. You can have chicken flavor.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. I'm a very picky eater, guys, so I can't put anything in my mouth that I'm not interested in eating. Can't mess with it.
He can't put anything in his mouth that he isn't interested in, right?
Exactly.
Insert joke here. I was ready. So.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're at about an hour and a half, which is kind of our upper limit. So we thank you so much. We love you guys. Grotto, do you want? Oh, I'll make sure to check out Cold Country Podcast, which is Grotto's channel. Cold Country Podcast, the full word, and also check out the Mystery of Maura Murray on Facebook, Jake Nauer's group. Do you want to say some parting words, Grotto?
I'll miss you. Till next week, folks.
Love you guys.